Hey guys, welcome back to another chapter review. This chapter was History for Tower of God. We finally see two family leaders have at it. At first, they weren't really serious, but at the very end, we see Gastang bitch slap Traumarai and knock him out of the ring. So we start off the chapter with Traumarai in disbelief. This guy was in awe and in disbelief that Gastang actually threatened him. And how he responds is he just sends his animas and Gastang burns them. Rinse and repeat. We've seen this happen before, nothing new. But we also see Endorsi thinking about getting the chess piece back from Belerier. And I mean, she tries to do this. She teleports like underneath him and try to snag it from his pants, but it doesn't work. And it looks like Belerier kicks her and she blocks it, which I'm surprised because I'm pretty sure Belerier is a ranker. But hey, it's this time where we just turn off our brains and watch, and don't worry about power scaling, don't worry about who's a ranker and who's not, just enjoy the show. Thanks, SIU. But anyway, so Belerier is trying to like hide this thing now, and he's just like running away from Endorsi, and Endorsi is like, oh, I need to get the jump on him, and I gave up the element of surprise and I missed a perfect chance. And I'm like, well, you already gave up your biggest chance of getting the chess piece. I mean, you teleported, you failed, so now he knows you're after him. So there's not really a point anymore. He's a ranker, he should be able to avoid you, but thanks to the convenience of the story, he is not. Belerier is being really stupid, and Enkidu is nowhere to be seen. So getting back into the meat and potatoes of this chapter, we see Traumarai and Gastang like arguing again or having at it, and Traumarai, actually, to my surprise, he is after the chess piece all this time. So he has Holan, which is his biggest pawn. Well, Holan is actually probably the biggest pawn in the story. And Holan just rises up and uses all the Shinyue he has inside him, all these ancient Shinyue, to like lock Gastang in his maze, this living maze as he calls it. And Traumarai tells Gastang that no matter what he does or what skills he uses, this maze will regenerate, it's immune to his fire, and like it's just, he cannot escape. So that's the whole idea of the maze. And now I think about it, don't they have that spatial distortion technique? I don't exactly know what it's called, but all the family leaders have this, and they can like teleport places. So if Gastang has that ability, can't he just teleport outside of the maze? I don't know. But anyway, this thing doesn't work out because Gastang does an Uno reverse on Traumarai, as Traumarai has done in the past chapters with all the other guys. But it's Gastang's turn, and he uses Holan to get back at Traumarai because he knows that Traumarai does not trust anything he can't control, and he uses that against him and makes Holan explode. This guy detonates and he blows up the whole maze, and we get this awesome picture of Holan's head flying across the screen, just like Darius Zackley from Attack on Titan when they blew him up. That was amazing, and that was like probably the most graphic thing we've seen in a hot minute in Tower of God. So before this happens though, Traumarai is trying to get the chess piece, and Belerier is just standing there. He is twirling around, looking left to right, to the side, up, down. He is actually worried that Endorsi is going to teleport on him and snag the chess piece. And to add insult to injury, when Endorsi tried to snag it from his pants, he just kept it in his pants. He didn't put it in his hands or in a lighthouse or something. Don't these guys have like an invisible like inventory? Or I mean, there's Enkidu right there. Enkidu can just put things inside him. There's 100,000 different fucking things this guy can do to avoid a chess piece being taken, but he's just being stupid. So like I said in the stream, if you guys watch the stream, I said that SIU tends to do this. He tends to dumb down the characters a lot, so it just makes the plot more convenient for what's going on. So I don't like that aspect. He did this with Bomb. He made Bomb really dumb and weak when he was fighting with Rock, so Rock can get his shine. And I don't really like how SIU keeps doing this. But anyway, that's my least favorite part of the chapter, if you can already tell. Let's get back into this shit. So Traumarai is very surprised. He is surprised that his maze blew up, and I like this. So I like this, what SIU did. He made this thing like come full circle with Holan being cursed with the tongue, And Tramrai was actually about to pluck that tongue off so he could ensure that nothing like this will happen. But since Khun activated the lighthouse back in like the mothership, Tramrai got distracted and he had to deal with Gastang. So this could have been avoided if Tramrai just plucked that tongue out, but he didn't. So while Tramrai is still distracted and in disbelief of what happened and kind of confused, Gastang unleashes like a little attack on him and it kind of like stuns him. And then Gastang uses this opportunity to like teleport to Tramrai or like jump right in front of him. And at first he comes off as like his friend. He's like, hey, come to your senses, my friend. And he says one of us will die. So Gastang is like really passive aggressive here, and then he asserts that hey, he's not really like trying to be friends with Tramrai or make him like change as a person. He just asserts that hey, we're gonna fight to the death right here right now, and he starts the first hit by bitch slapping Tramrai into a corner. And like that is where the chapter ends. So that was an insane ending. I hope we continue this next chapter because man, this is really hype. This is history right here. We have never seen this happen in Tower of God where like a family leader actually gets hit this hard and they're like knocked all the way into a corner or into a wall or something. And I hope we see Gastang and Tramrai fighting for real next chapter, and Tramrai is not just unleashing all these random animals and tricks and shit, and we see these guys like actually bleeding and cutting each other and using their Shinwan Ryu against each other. So we also got two other things going on that SIU might like transition to, hopefully not like too soon. I think SIU is going to transition when like something happens, like something critical happens. Like for example, when Bomb got his power up, SIU transitioned over here to the family leader battle. So when something like that happens, like with Tramrai and Gastang, he's going to transition to either Bomb's fight to finish it off or what the boss is doing right now. So Bomb, I want to see that conclude so we can get that out of the way. And then the boss is like the least thing I'm invested in right now. I just want to see what Bomb can do, how he like handles Dumas, and then I really want to see what's going on with the family leaders right now and just this history being made in the tower and like what happens. Like is Gastang gonna use a bracelet to finish off Tramrai because they're both immortal? They can't really kill each other. They gotta abide by the contract they made with the administrator. So I think the bracelet is gonna play a critical role in killing Tramrai, or at least like mortally wounding him. And I think right before Gastang is about to like finish that off, he is going to be stopped by Urek, and Urek is going to keep Tramrai living longer. So yeah guys, that's all I got to say for this chapter. Let me know what you think of this chapter down in the comments below. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think Tramrai is going to win, or do you think Gastang is going to win? Honestly, my bets are on Gastang because he has magic from the workshop going on, and he also has the bracelet on his side. And we got to remember that Jahad himself tried to get the bracelet from Gastang. Like he tried to get the bracelet from the data world once it was like captured. So after that happened, Jahad directly made an order to eliminate the Po Budao family. So if that bracelet caught the attention of Jahad to make an order specifically to eliminate the Po Budao family just because of that event, that means there might be something to this bracelet that can kill the family leaders or nullify the contract or cause harm to them. So that is something we gotta take into consideration. So I think this bracelet is gonna play a critical role in giving Gastang the advantage to kill Tramrai or do something very harmful to him. And that's why I think Gastang will have the upper hand in this battle to win against Tramrai. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next review.